that set up, I'd like to thank Blockchain Shift for putting on an amazing event and giving us this opportunity. Woo! Let's give it up. It's been like an amazing conference. Are we good?
8 minutes. The 8 minutes is not running yet. Please, everybody, start voting. The voting stops at 11:30.
Oh yeah. Give me a chance. Okay, here we go. Ready? We at BitFinance believe everyone should have access to the investments that build wealth. Investments that today are available only to the wealthy. The blockchain, our team and our products can make this a reality. Hi, I'm Eli Blatt. I'm a behavioral scientist, a serial entrepreneur, and I'm the founder and CEO of BitFinance. I have a long family history in banking. My great-great-grandfather, Morris E. Curiel, founded Maduro and Curiel's Bank on the island of Curacao over 100 years ago. At the time, it was the first commercial bank in the Netherlands Antilles, 49% owned by the Bank of Nova Scotia. Today, a century later, it remains the largest bank in the Southern Caribbean, 49% owned by the Bank of Nova Scotia. I'm a small shareholder in the bank, which has allowed me to regularly attend shareholder meetings. This unique background has given me insight into how financial access begets financial privilege. When I started investing myself, this insight was reinforced. I realized that most of my friends did not have access to the same types of investments that I did, specifically alternative investment products like hedge funds, private equity, and venture capital. This is significant because alternatives help diversify a portfolio that only has exposure to traditional investments, and they also tend to outperform traditional investments, especially in bear markets. Even more significantly, fewer than 5% of investors worldwide, including many of you in the audience, do not have access to this powerful investment class, which nonetheless is a $15 trillion market. So now, my mission and the mission of BitFinance, 100 years after my great-great-grandfather brought banking services to an island that had none, is to bring access to the investments that build wealth to the 95% of investors worldwide who are currently excluded, thereby massively expanding the already $15 trillion market for alternatives. Now you may be asking yourself, why are so many investors precluded from investing in this asset class? Well, there are two main reasons. First of all, regulatory limitations on the public sale of securities have resulted in most securities being offered under a Reg D 506C exemption, which limits funds to 99 investors, 99 accredited investors, which means those who have $1 million or more of investable assets. And with only 99 investors allowed per fund, funds are forced to set high limits on the minimums for the investment amounts, which precludes even most accredited investors from participating, as although they qualify, they don't actually have the resources to meet $250,000 or more minimums. BitFinance will break these barriers using the blockchain. We're using tokenomics and token sales to fund the regulatory compliance necessary to make our products available for public offering. And we're using smart contracts to provide efficient, scalable, and transparent fund administration, both for our own products and for other funds. This will enable us to expand access to alternative financial products to a global mass market. We have an all-star team working on this opportunity. My co-founder, sitting in the front row, Michael Kahn, was formerly COO for alternative asset management for Alliance Bernstein, a $500 billion asset manager, one of the largest in the world, and subsequently co-founded Ether Capital, which he took public via reverse shell takeover, raising $45 million in scarcely a week. This gives him a wealth of both alternative and cryptocurrency asset management. But we're not a traditional alternative asset manager. We are building a mass market robo-investment platform, and we're extremely fortunate to have the inventor of that category on our team and here today. Eli Braverman, co-founder of Betterment. 10 years ago, Eli built the first robo-advisor using modern technology and user interface design to make it easy for investors to build diversified portfolios of stocks and bonds. Today, 10 years later, Betterment manages $15 billion in investments from over 400,000 retail investors. What Betterment did for stocks and bonds, BitFinance will do for alternatives. To help us accomplish this, we've assembled an A-list roster of advisors and a rock-star team of mission-driven technologists and alternative investment ninjas. And together, we built this. You're seeing a live version of our online investment platform that is available via our investor portal at investors.bitfinance.com. This portal makes it easy for all classes of investors to build diversified, institutional-grade portfolios of alternative assets in minutes. Behind the scenes, we're building a deep tech stack backend to enable better, faster, cheaper, more transparent, and more scalable fund administration than the current tools allow, which is critical to scaling alternatives to a mass market. When you think of clunky, centralized finance, there are a few more glaring examples of inefficiency than fund administration. Today, funds are held together by what I like to call duct tape, email, spreadsheets, quarterly PDFs, and hard contracts that the fund may actually ask you to fax to them. By contrast, BitFinance uses our own proprietary smart contract-based administration architecture to fund administration and bring it into the 21st century. We have patent-pending technology that makes this possible and will make it more efficient, scalable, and secure to administer funds. Fund managers that we've shown this technology to have been so impressed, they've asked us to offer it to their funds. And so, we will be making this available as a B2B SaaS offering, along with marketing and onboarding tools that we've built for our own investor portal. You can see these tools at investors.bitfinance.com. This gives us multiple revenue streams. There's the traditional fees for assets under management charged to investors that most advisories and investment companies charge. And with a $15 trillion existing market cap, that translates into hundreds of millions of dollars of potential revenue at today's limited 5% participation. Then we also have the fees for fund administration charged to fund managers. So where are we at now? We've raised over $600,000 in the last few months, oversubscribing our equity pre-seed round by $100,000. We now have a $500,000 equity seed round open to investors who participate in our $5.8 million Access Security Token private sale. This will allow us to complete the go-to-market of our Smart Fund service and launch our first investment retail product. We've already completed the beta of our front-end investment platform with the back-end protocol nearly complete and our first product spec'd out. I believe our platform, team, products, and protocol make BitFinance a blockchain, fintech, unicorn opportunity. Please join us as we seek to democratize finance by becoming the wealth manager for the people.
Thank you very much, Ellie. Okay, everybody, please vote now. Thank you very much, Ellie.